morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Jodi.
I just wanted to have a brief discussion with you about how the pandemic has affected us all at Catsurveys. What has Catsurveys done to support the mental health and wellbeing of the team throughout the pandemic?
We've made sure that all of our people have access to a virtual GP. So all the way through lockdown, we've made sure that everybody can get GP appointments via an app so that they can get medical attention when needed without having to even leave their house. All of our employees have access to company-funded private healthcare, company-funded healthcare cash plans. So, the support is there for them to get medical and healthcare support outside of the NHS, because obviously the NHS has been stretched to its absolute limits throughout this pandemic. Also, as a company, which is something quite unusual for the construction industry, we also offer full company sick pay. So if one of our employees was to be unfortunate enough to have time off during this time, they would have been paid in full. We have always had a financial advisor that we pay for as part of our benefits package for our employees. That has continued throughout the pandemic. So our financial advisor has been on call for them to ask for financial advice, whether they can get any extra support during this time. Even though we are classed as an SME, during the first 2 months of the pandemic, we paid employees full wages that were placed on furlough. For our employees, I think that 2 months meant the absolute world. And it was a fantastic thing for a company of our size to do. It was an immense thing when it shows how much we're valued.
When it all first hit, I think everyone went into a bit of panic, and knowing that there was the furlough scheme, that was great. But having that little buffer of Catsurveys actually providing 100% pay meant that when we knew we were going to be dropping down to that again, at least we had time to sort things out. And I think as well, with the benefits at Catsurveys, I've always known that it's a really good benefits package that we get, but you don't appreciate it until you really need it. And this is the time that everyone's really needed it, and at least we've already got it in place rather than scrambling to give support to our employees because it's already been there.
Absolutely, yeah. Our employee assistance programme was upgraded just before lockdown, which wasn't obviously something that we could have foreseen, but it turned out to be something really helpful.
Yeah.
So our employee assistance programme now is absolutely immense. There's financial advice on there, there's bereavement advice on there. Obviously, should any of our employees ever be unfortunate enough to lose somebody as a result of this pandemic, there's advice on everything, and that's completely free of charge, completely confidential. All of our employees have 24-hour access to this 7 days a week. We also have a mindfulness app that our employees can access. It just gives people that sort of 5 minutes shut down just to say, okay, I need to relax, I need to unwind, and hopefully the mindfulness app can do that for them. Our employee assistance programme also has a dedicated stress helpline, so our employees can phone up and speak to trained counsellors any time of the day or night. Counsellors are also trained with regards to anxiety, depression, any form of mental illness that may need support, so that's always available to our employees as well via this helpline.
And especially obviously with everything that's going on in the world, I think a lot of people that may not have struggled necessarily with their mental health previously may have experienced it a lot more. This is a stressful time for everyone, so I guess they've seen a lot more cases of people needing some support.
Yeah, absolutely. So rather than having to go through a lengthy process for that support, therapy or counselling, our employees can have access to that straight away.
Mm-hmm.
So we also introduced a mental health check-in service whereby employees can send a form into the mental health first stages within the business, which is myself and a site representative, indicating where they would score their mental health on that day. This indicates as to whether they would like somebody to reach out and contact them. We decided to do this because a lot of people find it difficult to say, actually, I need some help, can you please contact me? So it doesn't mean they have to phone somebody up, they can just literally submit the form. It's been used a lot during lockdown, which is fabulous. And obviously, if we're unable to help the employees with the help that they need, then we can signpost them to further support services as and when that's required.
Yeah. Obviously, we got some really good news at the beginning of lockdown as well, that we'd won the Mates in Mind award, and it's great to get that recognition that our chosen charity have seen the amount of work that we put into that as well.
It was welcomed news at the time, definitely, and obviously we intend to continue to work with Mates in Mind in the future. Here's to the next 12 months on that. So
thank you for your time today, Michelle. It was great talking to you.
thanks for talking to me too, Jodi. It's been a pleasure. Bye.
Bye.